I started baking because I became vegan and vegetarian at a really young age, and my mom was furious. So I had to start cooking for myself, and that just kind of rolled over into making products. And I've always had a huge sweet tooth. I wanted to eat something that didn't make me feel like garbage. And so I started making these things for myself. I was working in the design world at the time, and I wasn't really happy. It wasn't really me. I'd worked in restaurants since I was 15, and I just always loved the camaraderie of kitchens and the togetherness and the shit talking, and just like, you know, every day you're like under fire, and I love that. It's like, get shit done, and like that's the type of person I am. That's the type of attitude I have with everything, and it just made more sense to kind of go that direction. My friends just kind of kept encouraging me with things like, I wish this was at a grocery store, and just like really like, you know, kind, supportive things. And I dropped samples off at 2 places. Of course, Rainbow and Valencia Whole Foods, which is not far from there. And they both called me the next day and wanted to carry them. And I was just like, holy shit, I guess I'm doing this. So, so yeah, I used to ride or deliver my baked goods on my bike. Like I had a little kiddie trailer that I converted. I like ripped it apart and put a piece of like plywood in there, and I would just fill it up with all of my cookies, and I would ride to Rainbow and ride wherever and go deliver them. And it just very slowly went from there, because I had no idea what I was doing. You know, I don't have a business background, so, you know, creating the design, logos, website, the name, the pitch, the packaging, how to get it there, where I'm gonna produce it, like holy shit. And it was just me. And then the look of the space, honestly, this is just how I decorate my house. Like there's just fucking plants everywhere, and lots of wood, and like color, and just, yeah, I just kind of decorate it the way I would decorate my home. Choosing ingredients is something I spend a ridiculous amount of time like doing and researching. I'm really obsessed with how just everything reacts in the body, like how it's gonna make you feel. And I've just gone out of my way to make sure everything I'm, you know, producing comes from a real source. And it is a real ingredient that is not only ideally, hopefully, not gonna hurt your body, but it's also not gonna hurt the planet. So, you know, we use controversial ingredients, like we use palm fruit oil. And I know that ingredient is devastating forests, because people are being irresponsible and essentially monocropping it. And we work with an amazing company that is completely against that, and actually only works with small farmers, and actually uses a portion of their profits to help regrow these forests that have been devastated. So, you know, those are the companies I work with. Yes, they come at a premium, which makes our product more expensive, but it's for the greater good. And that's something that I really care about, and I know others do too. been incredibly hard, and you know, people of course throughout the years have not understood what the hell I was doing, but finally, you know, it's clicking. It is normal now that someone is vegan. It is normal now that someone doesn't eat dairy or can't have gluten or can't have sugar. You know, it is a common part of life, and it makes people less afraid to come in here. Because at the end of the day, I'm not just trying to cater towards people with allergens. I'm just trying to make good food that everyone can eat. That's really all I want. It's been a road, and it was just one I knew, even though it's still been incredibly challenging, like every point of this has been unbelievably hard. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't go back and redo anything, because I've learned so much, and I really, really love what I do. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.